Good evening, all. Minister Joseph, I would like for you to speak to the issue of the Prime Minister's leadership style. Opposition-tied media houses have been busy trying to label him a dictator. An example of this is today's Daily Observer editorial, which I have read myself. And we all know the Constitution perverts such. Having attended a cabinet meeting, I've seen personally how democratic things are, no group think problems. Please speak a little on this to the haters and those who may be misled. And I'm going to recuse myself. Take a break and come back. He's going to come back. Minister Joseph, you go. Yes, go ahead.
That is a fair question, and I'm in a particularly good position to comment on that. I served on the VC Bird, and VC Bird was in a different era. VC Bird, during my time, because I started in 1984, VC Bird had to sort of consolidate. You remember he came out of the area of George Walters, and he had to undertake a program where he could get the ordinary working class people. That was his emphasis. To lift the working class people. Then you had Lester Bird. Lester Bird was the one who expanded the economic field. He was the one who started for instance, one of the major things that Lester Bird did was the transformation downtown when he started Heritage Key.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I give you a story about that. When he came with the idea of Heritage Key in the cabinet, there were only 2 ministers who supported him. And that was myself and Minister Omar at the time. And we pushed it through. Now, the Gaston Brown has now come. And Gaston Brown creates an environment in his cabinet where each minister can excel. When I go anywhere in the world, and I'm faced with a decision, I do not have to worry about whether or not the Prime Minister is going to support my decision, because he has already set the standard, he has already set the goal of the country, and he preaches a big outlook on Antigua and Barbuda. And that is very, very important. And the whole atmosphere he creates, it stimulates the ministers to think big, to think out of the box, to think in terms of taking Antigua to a height above the entire Caribbean. And
therefore, would you say he's a visionary?
Of course. You take, for instance, some of the things that the Prime Minister does that a lot of people would be fearful of doing.
Yes.
Is to give you an example. Beaupanel. He didn't, as they say, wash face. That's what the term they use. He wash face. He saw the situation with Beaupanel being an injustice to the people of Antigua and Barbuda, and that is his personality. That is his style. That's his strength. He said, "Come on, sit around the table." The Prime Minister, he's direct, he's strong in his conviction, but in cabinet, don't care how strong he feels about anything, and he discusses it. He allows each minister to give his view, his or her view. And if the consensus goes against his view, he goes with the consensus. That's leadership.